I think because the Community Ethics Committee arose from that history, from my being on Children's and then my doing the fellowship, our entry into the medical system came from the Harvard Med School. And so we consult to all of the teaching hospitals at the Harvard Med School. So that's 7 teaching hospitals. And so what happens is when an issue sort of is bubbling within the medical community, it is typically brought to a group called the Harvard Ethics Leadership Group, which is the leaders of all of the Harvard Ethics services. And they come and say, you know, there's this issue that's troubling us. We would like to hear what the community has to say. And that's sort of the typical route for us to get a question presented to us. What happens is our docket is kind of full. We've got a backlog of people wanting our perspective. So whoever comes forward, the typical process is clinicians come to our meeting. I generally do research ahead of time, so there's some basic readings on whatever the topic is. And so the clinicians come to present what their concerns are. And those concerns are expressed very eloquently. These are hard things, and it's moving for community members to understand how hard these issues are for the clinicians, because there have been tears, there have been, you know, you realize that these things stay with clinicians for a long time. And so we take these narratives in kind of a stewardship way. In other words, recognizing that they've come to us and shared things that are very hard to share. And so we take that very seriously, you know, as we start looking at what the issues are. So that's usually our tie with Harvard, is through the Harvard Ethics Leadership Group. The questions come up. We then spend a lot of time researching and questioning and hearing the clinical narratives. And we also do an internal survey. So we have a way to respond among ourselves in an anonymous way, just based on a survey to kind of narrow our discussion. And then I write the report and we discuss it and the nuances. And then we publish the report and submit it to the Harvard Ethics Leadership Group, so the circle is completed in answer to their question. You know. So it's become a healthy process, you know, to get our voice heard.